Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very easygoing, very laid back Sunday afternoon stream. What I like to do on Sundays when I'm not spending time with family is just clean up the office a little, work on some side projects, and just relax a little. So I figured I might as well turn on the camera, see who shows up. Now, if the weather where you're at, or where other people are at, is anything like the weather here, the last place you're probably going to be is in front of a computer. But you know what? I'm here anyway. Might as well stream. Let's see. Hey, Christian, Terry, how you guys doing? Greg, how you doing? Finally subscribed after a few episodes at Mac84. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm gonna save the cleaning of my desk and all that stuff for later. I figured first we're gonna take a look at this board here. Let me know if the music in the background is too loud. I'm not worried about any copyright issues, but if it's annoying, then I'll lower the volume a little. Mosquitoes and flies, yeah, same here, dude. Same here. Can't wait for it to start snowing again. Give me snow any day. So what we have here is a board that I bought off eBay. It's for a 13-inch 2012 MacBook Pro non-Retina, and it is liquid damaged. And what makes this board so special, if the camera will focus on it. Oh, of course it won't. Nope, you're gonna have to take my word for it. This is a 2.9 gigahertz i7. Very popular boards. Oh, hold on, I got Mike messaging me. His Tiger install worked. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. If you want to know what Mike is up to with his Tiger install, check out Mike's Mac Shack. He's currently working on a 2006 iMac. So, this board we're going to fix up, and we're going to find a chassis for it or sell it separately. I usually sell these boards, loose, as is, because people have their own chassis. They're looking to upgrade their i5s to i7s, stuff like that. So we'll see how this leaves the house, either like this or with a chassis around it. But music is perfectly loud enough. All right, cool. We are currently listening to Deep House Radio, one of my favorite channels, especially when you're doing some work and you don't really want all out techno, but you do want some beats in the background, then this is a good radio station. So let's switch over to the board view. Make sure everything is focused. All right. Let's move over here. There, that should be reasonably focused. Good enough, good enough. All right, we put the mouse to the side and see what we got going on. I just took this out of the package. I took a few photos for the thumbnail, but I haven't really inspected it yet. So let's browse and take a look. So this is where the MagSafe board connects to. Obviously not a great place to get wet. You got your Ethernet port here, and it's hard for you to see, actually. Hold on. What if we do this? Yeah. There we go. That's the Ethernet port. So this, judging from the places that got exposed to liquid, probably a glass of something got knocked over on the table and it kind of washed against the Mac from the side and the back. Because the ports are not looking happy. There's some corrosion in the firewire port as well. So this will definitely need an ultrasonic bath. Very crusty. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Everything in the center of the frame is focused, but everything to the sides is not. So, you can see what I'm doing. All right, we got some green probe points. That shouldn't really be a concern. A little bit more green over there. Let me get some tweezers out. This usually just scrapes right off. It's not really a concern. Yeah, it's mostly limited to the top of the board. I mean the top edge. This is technically the bottom of the board we're looking at, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Hopefully not too much work cleaning this up. It's the CPU right here. Nothing along the edges. So that was spared. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Here we have the top of the board. Just so you can see what I'm looking at. This is how the board lays into your MacBook Pro. So, top of the board, we just inspected the other side. Let's see, display connector can hopefully be saved. I do have some spares, but depends on how far this crustiness goes. Backlight driver, looking a little rough around it, but hopefully the driver itself is okay. And we got some green, a little bit of exposure. The SMC got hit, so that's not great. And here we have the firmware, the EFI. All in all, not too bad. But then again, that's what I said a few days ago about that MacBook Air. And that turned out to be a rabbit hole, let me tell you. I've pretty much rebuilt half the board. Actually, hold on a second. Where are you? Here's the MacBook Air board I'm working on. Look at that. All of this came off. Scraped the entire board clean. Lost most of the black coating. You had to reapply that. Rebuild it. Reconstruct pads. Reconstruct traces. So yeah, this has been it's been a fun project so far. It hasn't been through the cleaner yet, of course. I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you whether this works or not. You're going to have to wait on another video for that one. I've seen people giving 1-star reviews to a laptop repair guy after leaving one screw missing. Yeah, well, I don't really care much about thumbs up, thumbs down, all that stuff. Actually, I'm fine with 10 people watching. That means I can still follow the chat. I can, take a minute to talk with people. If you have 100 people in your chat, not that I'm anywhere close to that, but you can't really interact with your audience if the chat is going by so fast you don't even know what's going on. So, and I like to chat sometimes. So, I'm going to start with the bottom of the board first, since that is looking the nastiest. That should be pretty focused right there. And let's bring out the secret sauce and get to work. Yes, GT. He knows the result. He has the inside scoop. Like I mentioned before, and I probably mention it a few more times in the future, I do not like to flux and boil. I like to dissolve as much of the corrosion as I can with this stuff, and then carefully cleaning it. It should be said that I take a lot longer than most people to clean liquid damage because I actually enjoy the journey. I enjoy the puzzle. I can toss this in the ultrasonic cleaner, scrape it, flux it, boil it, and be done with it. Move on to the next. But this is my meditation. I enjoy doing this because I'm weird. Put some tunes on in the background. Have a drink. This is a nice Sunday for me. All right. Yeah, if you watch people like or channels like Paul Daniels, Louis Rossman, um, they can barely keep up. Paul Daniels does a pretty good job. Rossman kind of stopped looking at the chat years ago. But I like interacting with the people. I still suck at keeping a close eye on the chat. So I do miss a lot because once I stick my face into this microscope, I kind of get distracted. But, practice. I'll get better at it. And you get to meet new people. Like we have, I'm going to try to pronounce this. I'm probably going to mess it up. Christian Palco. If the chat was going so fast, I never would have seen your name pop up. So, Pterodine, welcome. Yeah, slow mode. I gotta say, people like Steve from Mac 84 and Bruce, Brankus Creations, they have 60, 70 people viewing, and even that sometimes is going way too fast. Like they look away from the screen for a minute, 2 pages of chat went by. So I can't imagine what it's like with 1,000 people in a live chat. Chaos! Alright, so I put the sauce on, just agitating a little, letting it do its work. And then we're going to mop up with some alcohol. Let's see, I don't think there were any more spots on this side of the board. No, everything else looking good. And of course, this is going to get ultrasonic cleaning by the time it's all done. Ah, damn! Before I got started, I wanted to hook it up and see what happened. Ah, well. We're going to assume that it did not work. Uh-oh. I'm running out of Q-tips. Hey, Mike. What's going on, dude? How much I'm paying you to keep a secret? Oh, let's just say that if you don't keep a secret, you don't get your 2015 MacBook Pro back. How's that for blackmail, huh? Alright, so now I'm just going over with alcohol, cleaning up the sauce and whatever corrosion it may have cleared up. Loosely at first with a Q-tip, and then we're going to hit it with a brush. Sad Mac, how are you doing? Welcome. This stream is going to be so relaxed and so laid back, y'all might actually fall asleep. And I wouldn't even fault you for it. Now, any corrosion that is left behind, even after the sauce treatment, is typically either wine or soda, because that stuff really bites in there. Water, beer, fruit juices, they don't really do all that much damage in my experience. But soda and wine, holy crap, they do some damage. All right, brush time. And the brush is not so much for cleaning, it's a test of the solder joints. See if any components get knocked off. That means they were too weak to stay anyway. Oh, I just saw a bunch of stuff fly off. Oh yeah, the acid is crazy. I don't even, if it does that to a logic board, I don't want to know what it does to your body. There must be some crap in there. All right, I'm just hitting this from a few different angles. See how far we get. Paper towel to absorb most of it. You know that active ingredient in most of the mosquito sprays, DEET? I used that stuff when I lived in Florida, like a religion, because it worked. It worked really well. Made you a little sticky, but it was worth the sacrifice. Until one day, we left a small bottle of DEET in the car, and it fell over. Mind you, this was in Florida. And by the time we got back to the car, it had eaten a hole straight through the dashboard. And that's when I decided never to put DEET on my skin again. Because if it could do that to a dashboard, it's probably not too healthy for my skin either. Since then, mosquitoes love me. All right, so we got rid of some of the nastiness. And it loosened up whatever's left. So we're going to go at it with some tweezers. See how bad it is under there. Like this, which of course you can't see because it's not focusing. Why is it not focusing? I have the stream set to ultra low latency. That doesn't really help the quality either. But this corrosion here, all this green gunk, there's still solder underneath. So it might be alright. This chip, however, I'm not too sure we should even attempt to save that. Look at that. Anyone hungry? Actually, let's just give it a try. Let's just poke at it, see what happens. Wow, the legs are still there, even under that. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely replacing this. I just like to poke at corrosion, see if it really is as bad as it appears. There's no real way to get to know corrosion, but the more you see and the more you poke around at, you do get a better feel sometimes of how bad it is. Because some boards, when I buy them, and they are so corroded, they are neon green and blue. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll give it a shot. Because I know typically that's not too bad on the solder and stuff. But when I see white, like thick white corrosion, typically I stay away. Because that is usually not worth saving. But every corrosion is different. It all depends. Look at that. It's actually all there. Color me surprised. Well, the pads are not in great shape. I don't hate corrosion. I love corrosion. Corrosion and I are best friends. So I'm pretty much gonna have to rebuild this section of the board because it's just not looking happy. Nothing came off with the brush, and the solder looks alright, but pretty sure some of these pads are gonna be missing. That little chip with the D on it should have 6 legs. Let's find out. Yeah, there's some solder there, but not much. Oh yeah. 1 leg is gone. 2 legs are gone. That chip is gone. Now, this is just a probe point. So we don't need that. This is just a probe point as well. We don't have to worry about that. Look at that rust. Now, this looks bad, but there's a lot of solder under there, so I'm not worried about it. This does not look happy. But in this corner, you're dealing with the power where the MagSafe connects, so I would expect the most damage, especially if it was on while it happened. But we'll fix it. Hopefully the SMC didn't get hit too bad. Oh, this ain't even attached anymore. Why do you keep going out of focus? These legs, I can just push them in, and this one is missing completely. along with the pad. Yeah, we got some work to do. Let's see what's underneath the foam. Usually that foam protects the board pretty well because it has this adhesive under it. And it looks like it did a good job on this board as well. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Most of this will get cleaned up nicely by the ultrasonic cleaner. So that was this side of the board. Let's get some overview here. Switch to this side. Take a look at that. We're going to do the same thing. Sauce it, wipe it, scrub it, see where we're at. I really hope the backlight is okay because I think I only have 2 or 3 of those chips left. And I prefer not to pull them off of a donor board if I don't have to, because I don't like reballing those chips. Alright, so this is the SMC. We're going to give it a good soak. Just hit up all the areas real quick that are a little green. What's everybody else up to today, apart from watching the stream? Are you just sitting there watching? You doing some work yourself? You got plans for the rest of the day? Is it still day where you're at? Because, Christian, with a name like yours, I would fully expect you to be in Poland or something, where it is probably around 7 or 8 p.m. Of course, a name doesn't mean anything. You could be anywhere in the world. But I'm just guessing. The problem is with this stuff, it eats away your Q-tips. So you need a new Q-tip every 10 seconds. Alright, it's looking pretty good in this corner. Hungary, 8 p.m. I love Hungary. There's a place called, and I'm probably mispronouncing it, Eger, E-G-E-R, where we went on vacation when I was younger and still lived in Europe. My God, that place is beautiful. And I'm also pretty sure that that is the birthplace of every beautiful woman on the planet. Kid you not. They're all built right there. Yeah, that's the one. Eger? I don't know. Beautiful there. Went there on vacation. A very fond memory of that place. Ooh, this connector doesn't look too happy. Well, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know that's how you spell it. And I know it's in Hungary. Actually, no. Wait. Yeah, it's in Hungary. Has to be in Hungary. Could be Czech Republic, but pretty sure it's in Hungary. All right, I think we hit all the trouble areas with the sauce. A little worried about this SMC, but We'll see how far we get. Agitate. Make it all bubbly. As I lose another Q-tip. All right. Yeah. Geographically, Europe has been a mess for a while. Nobody can really figure out what belongs to who. Once they do, they're going to fight about it a week later. It's a mess, dude. I mean, it's like that all over the world. Don't get me wrong. All right. Get rid of most of the sauce. I know it's a repetitive process, but it's got to be done. I'm pretty sure my microscope is just sagging down on its own. I have to tighten the bolts. See if that helps it. Alright, SMC, don't be dead. Don't be dead. I need you. Firmware, I need you. Yep. Well, Hitler did a lot of shuffling around with borders. And then after that, Russia came into power for not a short time. They did some reshuffling. And then the Polish did some reshuffling. It's a hot mess. All right. Oh, wait. Connector. Almost forgot about you. Q-tipping done. Time for the brush. I like that idea. If the SMC is dead, we'll make a funeral for it. Instead of putting a new one on, we'll just declare it dead. I fully support that idea. Because there's nothing relaxing about reballing an SMC. All right. Strength test. Scrub it like you mean it. See what comes flying off the board. And take it from there. Well, that's the problem. I have, by my last count, about 60 of these boards as donors. I don't want any more donors. I need working boards. This is, by the way, for anyone that cares, an 820-3115 board. All right, last pass. Paper towel. Wrinkly finger. Yep, you're still there, and you will be there. Unless the European Union gets their way, then all of Europe will be one, with them calling the shots and everybody else getting screwed. But hopefully it won't come to that. All right. It's not going to be clean, but let's take a look. How are we doing here? A little bit of green, but I see a lot of shiny under there. Let's see what we got. That's not too bad at all. Pads are still there. Legs are still attached. Okay, happy with that side. Now, the more I zoom in, the more this is going to be out of focus, because if I push down on the board just a little, it makes a huge difference for the camera. So, apologize about that. That's looking good. That is not looking bad either. A little bit of green. Any copper under there? Yeah. Come on. All right, that's looking good. These will need some more cleaning. Hopefully the SMC is all right. Find that out soon. That's good. This via might be all right. Looks to have survived. A little bit of crud, but nothing too serious on this side, luckily. This is looking pretty gnarly. Let me clean that up real quick. Not too bad. Ooh, this one got lucky. Got protected by that stuff. All right. And the LCD connector. I think we're okay here. Whatever got inside, I think the ultrasonic cleaner will take care of. The pins look good. So I think we got lucky there. Let's have a look here. All right. Caught up on the chat. So these are all still shiny. Solder is in good shape. These are okay too. Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong, they might very well be shorted out. Who knows? But I'm just feeling some balls here. Just feeling some balls from all sides. Wow. You might be okay. There might be some crud under it. All the balls are there. All right, one last scrub, and then we're going to put some power to it, see what we got. Because why not? A day without explosions in my office is kind of a boring day. Uh-oh, what do we have here? false alarm. Still good. By the way, I forgot to mention this. This board smells horrible. Imagine it a little bit like, yeah, like what? Like I don't know, probably like something died. It's not pretty. Every time I wash it, it gets a little better, but it's not pretty. Ah, man, bummer. Those are the good boards to practice on, though. I don't know how long your friend has been doing it, but I did a lot of practicing on donor boards. I tried to fix them, but it wasn't always successful. Great learning experience, though. Now this shows you how a fine brush is still no match for an ultrasonic cleaner. Look how big that is on the microscope. Can't even get all the dirt out from those pins. Gotta have that cleaner. All right. Gotta flood this with alcohol a few times. Wash out whatever's underneath that SMC chip. Flood it, let it soak for a second, blow it out. My mate Vince. That's the channel name? My mate Vince? Or his name is Vince and he's your mate? A little confusing. All right. So let's do this for a second. If this works, I will be very, very surprised. Let's get a few parts. Let's see, we got a fan. Do we have a MagSafe board? Nope, but I do have a speaker. Because why not? What if we get a chime? Wouldn't that be a cake? All right, we got a speaker. We don't need a heatsink because it won't be powered on long enough. And we have some memory for this. See, you can be as organized as you want. Yeah, keep some memory for pretty much every model for testing. But if you plunder your own stash and end up with empty bags, the whole system becomes useless. Let's see. Luckily, I have 500 of everything, so... Alright, max it. Now this is the part where the board got hit the hardest. So, I do expect some sparks. We'll see. Let's put some power to it. See what we got. We'll even plug in this little board here. Look for the center LED. If that blinks, we're actually in good shape. All right. Are we taking bets? Are we going to get a light? Are we getting fan? Are we getting activity? Are we getting sparks? What do you think? Mind you, if it works, it means the stream is over. So it's in the best interest of the stream for it not to work. Let's see, 16 volts. Here we go. Nothing. Brain dead. Deader than dead. Wait, what? 0.25 amps. Wait, light just came on. Weird stuff happening here. This is not supposed to work. It's getting very hot on this side. Right there. Which is no surprise because we got a few components that really screwed up. But it's getting pretty hot over there. Let's see if we can dab it with some alcohol. If we see some sizzling. Oh, there we go. Sizzle, sizzle. Oh, fuck. Come on, man. Focus. There we go. See the sizzle? Definitely got some issues here. Not entirely unexpected. I was hoping for a little bit more fireworks, but we're going to have to rebuild that section of the board first. Stay tuned, fireworks might still be coming. Alright, silicone mat. Absorb some of that heat. Now how am I going to get to there without melting all the plastic around it? I'll be honest, we got more than I thought we would get. I expected nothing from that test. All right, let's see. Put that to the side. And we turn on some fans here. It's getting hot. Yeah, we'll get it off. I'm gonna go after that tiny chip first. that one. Now, I'm sure that chip has an official name and an official function, this and that, but I'm actually not a big fan of pulling up the schematics until I absolutely need them. Right now, we're just going by sight. We're just rebuilding for the fun of it. So who cares what that chip does? Oh yeah, tinfoil, definitely helpful. I used the Branca's creation method primarily, unless I'm dealing with really small stuff. Bruce from Branca's Creations just takes these blades from a knife like this, and he grabs a spring, puts the spring on, and voila, heat shield. You can make them in any size you want, with any kind of spring you want. So I could put that here to protect all the ports, put another one on the side to protect the MagSafe connector, and I may be okay. So, very useful. That chip is very sad. You're not wrong. See, I'm already out of focus again. What the hell is going on? Hold on. Let's tighten everything up. All right, now focus. All right, we're good. I'm focusing on the board, not on the chip, because even though this is just a 1 millimeter difference in height, it's a huge difference with a microscope. So we're gonna go after this dude. This chip here, this is all plastic, so I got to be careful for that as well. But let's see how far we get. Iron on. We got this thingy. I used to have some solder. We got some flux. Still don't have solder. Did I drop it? Not sure how far I'm going to get without solder. Oh, there we go. Found it. Well, that's why I put this music on. It's not so much to relax me. It's more for the board. You know, you're about to have major surgery, little board. I just want to put your mind at ease. Trying to be nice, but all right. Am I still in focus? Of course not. It is what it is. Just absorbing some of the nasty crud in that solder ball. The more space we have to work with, the better. It's on there pretty good. Might have to use a heat gun. That side is loose. This one is pretty well corroded to the pad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to heat gun it. Let's see what we can do about this chip in the meantime. Well, we still got some good meat there. Let's see if it'll hold. Not bad. We're going to leave it like that. I will replace it eventually, but right now for testing, ooh, I forgot about this one. All right, one thing at a time. There he goes. All right. Do we have any pads left? We got 2 pads. 2 out of 6. Is that all we're going to get? Looks like it. Replace the CPU socket. You should be streaming this, man. Okay. We got some scraping to do, but I'm pretty sure that we're only going to get 2 out of 6 pads back here. Because that is some carbon. This burned pretty good. Hopefully, it didn't burn too deep. Oh dear. That did burn pretty deep. So we got the first layer here. This is the second layer. Hopefully it doesn't go further than that. I'll clean this up in a second so you can get a better look at it. But this is not happy. This got hot to the point where it started burning the board layers. And that might actually be game over for this board. So you see this, I'm going to try to get you as close as I can. All right. So where are we? You see this? That's a layer coming up. So this actually burned through a few layers. So it might be game over. I'm going to do some digging. See how far we get, but this could be the end of this repair. That would suck. Now I gotta cut this out so I can get underneath it. Ooh, that's bad. We're about 3 layers down now. And it's nothing but soft carbon. I'm going to keep digging. I'll just poke out the other side of the board. Well, crap. This is not looking good. Oh yeah, there are ways to dig this out, fill it back up with solder mask and rebuild. But you got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Now for a promotional, for a YouTube channel and showing off what you can do and all that, it has value, but if this was a client's board, like, sorry, dude. If you're going to pay me to fix this, you're going to be paying for pretty much a new board. All right, so we got this layer is actually one layer down, but it came up through the board here. Feel like an archaeologist now. No wonder it got hot. That is one massive short. Whew. See, now in this case, I am definitely going to need a schematic, because you do not rebuild this without help from a schematic and a board view. All right, do we still have that chip here? Where'd it go? There it is. I don't think there's a pad in the middle. No, it's just the legs. So we can dig out and bury this right here, since it's not touching this chip. It's probably going to go somewhere, but we can get a line run from somewhere else. And for this, I really wish I had a tiny Dremel. That would be so useful. I'm pretty sure these two pads are part of the same copper sheet here. Yeah, they are. So, what about these two? This whole thing is one big sheet. Perfect. So we can just cut that out like that. And get rid of it. If it's not too stuck. I might move on to another board, because this kind of surgery takes time and it's definitely boring to watch. So I might move on to another board in a minute. All right, so we got top layer, then we got some board, then we got the second layer, and the burn just keeps going. Pretty sure this is game over. Yeah. Of course, the camera's out of focus again. I don't know. I'm going to dig for a minute. If we can get rid of the short, then I'll rebuild it. If the short is still there, then I'm going to put it on the shelf for a nice snowy winter day to work on. So this is not a client board. I got this from eBay. Sorry for the annoying noise. All right, Burn. How deep did you go? Let's That's still good. That's still all right. That went pretty deep. So this has got to go. Now this looks horrible. And for the board, it is. But it's not hard to rebuild the board. It's just some fiberglass, layer of copper, fiberglass, copper, fiberglass, copper. So as long as you have a schematic and a board view, holy crap, this goes deep. You can theoretically rebuild everything. Hey, no more carbon. All right, we found the end. Now can we get this cleaned up enough? This chunk in the middle's got to go. There's some vias right there. Try not to damage those. Yep, exactly. When you want something to move, it'll stay stuck, and vice versa. All right, I need some cleanup here. Looks bad, doesn't it? I know it doesn't help that my microscope keeps going out of focus. I'm sorry. Oh, I think it's going under here too. Are these all pads that share the same? No. Yes. No. These do not share. These do. So let's cut this one out. And these are the good boards to practice on. They're not from a client, they're yours, you got nothing to lose. Oh yeah. It's under there too. This is looking pretty scorched. So I'll probably have to cut that out too. Now, you don't want these two layers meeting somewhere. But you also don't want to cut it off too short so you don't have anything left to work with. So all right, starting to look better in this corner. All right, are you done burning? Come on. So we're now, I'd say, a good 4 layers down. Actually, they're just going to be in my way, so I'm going to cut these vias. Get them out of my way. I'm just surprised to have 7 people here. Figured everybody's out. Barbecues, beach, whatever people do on a Sunday that actually enjoy the heat. I am not one of those people. All right. So when you get rid of all the carbon, it doesn't look that horrible, does it? Still got to dig onto this side. But I think we've reached the end. You know what? I'm going to have to reburn that whole section anyway. Or rebuild, not reburn. Let's just make sure there's nothing under there. And if you want to get into board repair, these are the boards that teach you a lot. Alright, that's looking pretty good under there. It didn't spread too much further. Come on, let go. Let go. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely. This is going to take a few hours to rebuild, so I'm definitely not doing that today. But I do want to see how far the burn extends, so I know if this is even worth it. Right now, if I can find the edge of the burn and cut away any copper that might be fused together and making contact, this is actually rebuildable. Do I want to? I don't know. There's plenty of these on eBay, so I might keep it as a donor or for a fun project one day. See if I can angle this. Yeah, it extends down that layer there. Or maybe not too far. I might be at the edge of it. So, get a little bit of an overview there of this mining operation we've got going on here. Now, it's hard to get a good depth perception from the webcam that's on this microscope, but we're if my count was right, we're about 4 layers down into this board, and there's still a little bit more digging to do. So how do you rebuild something like this? Well, typically you fill it up, or I fill it up with solder mask, put a little bit, cure it, put a layer on top of that, cure it, and just keep layering until you have a flat surface with the rest of the board. And then put the chip back, a new chip of course, glue it down, and then just start running wires to wherever they need to go. Is it worth it? Maybe. I'm still on the fence. The thing is, I don't do anything if it's not a challenge. I need to get motivated by a challenge, else I don't really do it. And this is definitely a challenge, so I'll probably try to get this back. So let's see. Heat is bad. 3 of my kittens died. Oh man, that sucks, man. That's too bad. Oh, Micromage is here. I was hoping he wouldn't show up. Now I gotta look all professional and stuff. Was not prepared for that. Hey, Frederick, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not rebuilding this board now. No way. Already been in for an hour. So, this board, actually, this board to be continued. Now, will this camera show how deep that crater goes? Yeah, you get a good view from it. So, this board will be saved, just not today. That is more work than I signed up for. Just go back there. But I do have another repair, and I got about half an hour to kill. So, let's do it. Space. Where am I going to put this? Yeah, we'll toss it up here. Worried about it later. We don't need this anymore right now. Okay. Space is always an issue. Oh yeah, doing okay. The temperature in my office is slowly rising. So there comes a point where I have to bail out because I'm melting. But we're not there yet. All right, let me grab this box here. I also got another iFixit box yesterday. That'll be for the next project. Where'd I put it? I still have to work on my wife's iPhone 8. So I needed this little clamp thingy. It's just going to help me get that iPhone open a lot easier and faster. So, this box. Hey, MW. Nah, you didn't miss much. Just the biggest crater that I've seen in a board this week. Why am I always using the wrong knife? There we go. This was sent to me from Massachusetts. This is not a client repair. This is something I bought. I had offered to repair this, but the guy just went out, got a replacement, and said, "Hey, do you want to buy the broken one and use it for parts?" I said, "Yeah, I'll do that." Ooh, that's a lot of plastic. And this is why Jay never has space on his floor. This takes up a lot of space. I mean, I appreciate that it was packaged properly, of course. Bear with me. Bear with me. A lot of bubble wrap. There we go. We have here a Mac Pro CPU tray. This is a tray for a 2009 model. Dave is here. Hey Dave, how are you doing? And someone tried to do a CPU upgrade on this, and it did not go well. So I'm going to leave the side camera on for a second while we investigate. Now, he told me there would not be any processors in here since he needed them. He left the thermal paste on and put it right on top of the socket, so that's going to be fun. Hey, Action Retro is here. How you doing, Sean? Did I already do this one? I think so. All right, heatsink number 2, as I officially run out of desk space. All right, it's looking in pretty decent shape. I know that he knocked off a component somewhere. I'll be damned if I know where, though. Probably on the back side of this. Shall we find out? Because some people, and I'm not mentioning any names here. That's not what we do on this channel. But some people try to remove this Northbridge heatsink with pliers, and it doesn't go too well. And components end up being mass scraped off the board. So I'm thinking that's probably what happened here as well. I didn't say the name. Someone else did. I take no responsibility. Come on. Really? Just go. All right. As this tray keeps multiplying into more parts. Oh, wait. What is that? Oh, that's the rings. I have less and less and less space to work with. So excuse me while I find a place for all this stuff. As I turn around and realize that there's no space behind me either. That'll do. Oh, tape. That's a good sign. Let's see what we got here. Okay. We got some dust stuck on the tape, but interesting. Now this board is warped. I don't know if it's. You can kind of tell on camera that it's warped like that. Not a good sign, if you ask me. But hey, it was cheap for a reason. Hey, Kate, how you doing? How you doing? Before I flip this over, let's take a look. Give me a second to bring this into focus. All right, so the tape was, there it is. This board is balancing on the Northbridge heatsink. So keeping this in focus is going to be a little tricky, but there it is. The reason why it was cheap. The old chip has been included. It is still attached to a trace, hanging on for dear life. Let's get rid of that, shall we? Let go, man. Your journey is over. There you go. All right, so we got some missing pads. So this attaches there. This attaches there. This attaches there. This one comes from here. And these attach to each other. So this should be a pretty straightforward rebuild, which I will do now if people don't have anything better to do. That old chip has launched into outer space. It's gone. Let's take this apart. So these plastic rivets have been replaced with screws that are not even bolted on the other side of the board. They were just forced through the board. Not the way it should be. And of course, that way you also cannot ensure even pressure on this. So even once we put that chip back, I have no expectation that this will work. But like I said, it's not a challenge. All right, this thing is warped. As soon as I took that heatsink off, the warping did let up a little. But yeah, you got warping like that under a chip like that. That's a lot of little balls under there that can pop loose. So, oh well. I'm not judging. I mean, I am. I absolutely am, but I'm not voicing that judgment. We all got to learn sometime. Let's see if this discoloration is anything to worry about. It's nasty, but I think it's just dust. Yeah, we might be okay here. All right. Let's have a quick look at the sockets, because if you manage to mess up the north bridge that much, the sockets might not be in much better shape. Just focus, dude. Come on. Got some fuzzies in there, but nothing too bad. That socket is actually looking pretty good. Let's take a look at this one. Same thing, we got a lot of fuzzies, which the ultrasonic cleaner will take care of. But no damage or bent pins. Look at that. Gross. So, we might be okay. Where was it again? Uh-oh, I lost it. I know it was next to. Oh, there we go. Where's the Motorola 6? Yeah, you're not gonna find any of that bass stuff here. I am happy to leave those kicks to yourself, Steve and Bruce. But you're not gonna find any beige here. Another thing you're not gonna find here is a focused microscope camera. It's just not gonna happen. I actually want one of those hang in there posters. I always thought they were pretty cute. Alright, now if I lean down on this board, it's gonna wiggle and focus is gonna get even worse, but there's really not much I can do about that. Let's clean up what we got first. Get rid of any weakened copper. Oh yeah, this will be just fine. If that's the only component that's missing, of course. Alright, that's pretty focused. It's just not going to stay like that. Alright, so this one should be pretty straightforward. These are still there. They connect to there. This comes from here, and this one goes all the way around up here. So I'll probably route that from here around the outside. Sounds like fun. Let's do it. Yeah, the pads always get it, man. I might need a new blade on this. Yeah, it's pretty dull. Hold on, I got some spare blades, I think. Yeah, I do. What's everybody up to? I know Christian is replacing a CPU socket. But what's everybody else doing? Let's see, is that better? Oh yeah, that's better. Watching other people work. Smart man. All right, that should give us enough copper there to hold on to. Hey, what is this? Looks like we have some more victims. Definitely gonna have to give this board a good inspection before we're done. 9 p.m. nighttime. And what's there to do in Hungary at 9 p.m. apart from YouTubing? All right, that's that one. This one in the middle we're going to abandon. There you go. We're going to run that along the outside. These are fine. They just need some cleaning. And this one still needs to be done. Chihuahua is sleeping away. Finishing up a video should go up tonight. What about Dave? Tell me. I need to know. I need to be one of those cool people that knows in advance what a video is going to be about. Sorry, Zero. You got to go. Now, as awesome as these macros are, the problem with them is they were built in America. Or at least for a large part, they were built in America. That's nice for the economy and all that stuff. Yada yada, I get it. But it also means no schematics or board views for this have been leaked. And for the stuff that gets built in China, they leak schematics and board views all the time. So, pros and cons to built in America. iMovie 9 on the G4 Cube. I remember those days. I used to have this Sony mini DV camera. Me and my brother would shoot footage, import it on his G4, and then apply. You have that little slider with the rabbit and the turtle, speed up footage and slow it down. That was pretty much all we did with it. Add some funny sound effects. Had a good time. All right. Not looking bad. Let's clean up what we got. Oh, yeah. That'll hold plenty of wire. Where's my wick? Yeah, that G4, can we still call it a G4, Sean? Is it technically still a G4? Should we call this a G5 prototype at this point? The problem with this micro soldering pen is that it's great for soldering, but it doesn't transfer enough heat for wicking. It doesn't really do a good job of it. But I'm too lazy to change tips, So it's gonna have to do. All I remember, and I never did much with video apart from just goofing around. All I remember is that when iMovie became that complicated, supposedly innovative product, and I completely gave up on it. I was like, what? This is like Final Cut Pro. I hate it. And then Final Cut Pro X or 10, whatever you want to call it, came out, and they simplified it so much that all the professionals hated it. And that's when the point where I was like, hey, I can get into this now. All right, that's looking pretty good. Now, I have here an experimental product. I ordered this last week. It is a pad full of, what do they call these things again? Solder blobs? I don't know. But basically, it's little pads and stuff that you can just, they pre-cut them. All you have to do is take them out and solder them back on to the board. I got these for phone and iPad repairs. Might be a bit too small to use for the Mac Pro. So, but I thought it was pretty nifty because I've rebuilt traces and pads before just by cutting them from a sheet of copper. This is definitely more convenient. It saves a lot of time. Might as well go all the way on this trace here. Is that a hole? That is a hole. So, now that all the garbage has been removed, give it a good cleaning. Like so. And then we're going to fill up those holes and pretend it never happened. The middle trace, I'm actually not going to do. I'm going to extend it here and run it along the outside of the chip. It's going to save me some time. Okay, where are we? Let's see if this is a little less wobbly. Wait, what's that? Oh. There's probably more damage in this area, but we'll find that later. All right, let's get some supplies. Now at 3:30, Dana of Dana Does Nothing Yet, maybe someday, he will be using this product, StreamYard, to demo it to some of his friends. So I might have to bail in 15 minutes while he does that, which was always the plan. It's not a surprise. Where's my brush? Oh, there it is. He's going to try to do his demo in a different studio at the same time, but it might kick me out. So just so you know. That's way too much. I don't like it. Try that again. That's better. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. Look at me shaking. All right. Hey, Neo. No, this is not the Air. This is a MacBook Pro, Mac Pro 2009 CPU tray that sustained some damage. All right. That should do it. Now we get this one. Monday? Wait, what? Where are you at, Neo? Thought you were in the States with us. All right, that should be pretty well dried. There. Looking a little better. This will have the new chip sitting flush, and make sure that no copper that might be hiding in those craters making contact with stuff we don't want it to contact. All right, that's good. That's good. You're still good. You go there. You go from the outside. All right. Now the question is, do we have a new chip for this? Guam. All right. So if you just woke up, that means Bruce just woke up. No, that can't be. Hold on. It's 5:15. Wait, you just said that. Why the hell are you up so early? That is not a normal time to be awake. Oh. What I have here is a donor board. This thing got so hot it fried the north bridge. So this is a donor, and we should have the chips we need on the back of it. Let me just take this part real quick. I don't know why it's still on the tray. Maybe to save space and consolidate a little. I don't know. And this is pretty much my Sundays when I'm not hanging out with the family. Just take care of small jobs that I otherwise don't want to do. I'm too lazy to do during the week. I definitely made a mistake by not eating before starting the stream because I'm starting to get a little shaky. So I might have to end the stream soon to go get some food, and then I might stream again later, or just convince Bruce or Steve or someone else to handle the entertainment for the night. All right, let's make sure we grab the right chip. So we got that one, then we got that one. So that's that one. All right, there's no good way for me to put this on camera, so I'm just going to do it like this real quick. Um, I should probably mute while I use the heat gun, so be right back. All right. I wanted to spare you the noise. This should kick off any second. There it goes. Now, there's one thing that Jay didn't do because Jay is a professional and Jay does this kind of work all the time. So Jay knows better, but he still didn't do it. When I took this chip off, I did not check the orientation. I don't know if it's upside down right now or right side up. Smart. Real smart. I'm pretty sure this is the way I took it off. But do we want to risk it? Yeah, I have a choice here. I can fix this tray, which is roughly valued at $300-400, or I can put it on the wrong way and blow it up. So what I need to do is grab another dual CPU tray from the basement and take it apart and have a look real quick. So, all right, Neo. So another thing that I noticed as I was putting this chip on the board, and I will demonstrate this for you. Check this out. I'm unable to hold my tweezers still, which usually I'm very good at doing. So I really need to go and get some food. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I think 2 hours is pretty good for a Sunday. Um, I have this board to finish. I got that MacBook Pro board that I'll probably put on the shelf for a while. I still have the MacBook Air I'm working on. I am making good progress with that. And I have a stack of G4 mirror drive door boards that have some components that need to be replaced. So I might stream again a little later. If hey Sam, if no one else is streaming, or I might save it for later on in the week. So that's it from me for now. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna go eat, and I wish you all a great rest of the day. And see you next time. Bye now.